What's up, guys? Back with another one. So I saw this comment. It was over on a recent live stream from Ford Light. Shout out to Ford Light. He's been producing some really good content that there's a lot of kind of crossover with some of the, philosophies and the sentiments that we both share in regards to this colorism conversation, which I'm not really a big fan of, but we got to call out the elephant in the room and we have to take a stance and defend those who oftentimes feel like they don't have a voice. Their voice is oftentimes drowned out in the AA communita circles. So let's check out this interesting comment right here. And for some context, this comment was placed, like I said, underneath the live stream video that Four Light recently did, and Four Light was talking about the controversy with the rapper Kendrick Lamar and Drake, and the hypocrisy and the double standards with dark-skinned Bantus, and how they weaponized the one-drop rule against the mulatto men and even light-skinned men. But the gate is only shut closed for the men. They look at the men as male competitors, so they often mate guard the men because they want access, sexual access to their real preference, which is not their African partner. They want the mixed race woman. They want the mulatto woman. That's their preference. So the gate is wide open for the women like Kendrick Lamar. He's married to a woman who's literally mixed race, looks more white than anything. But Kendrick Lamar is going to say to Drake, "Oh, you not even black. You a white boy. You can't say the N-word," right? So he's going to gatekeep blackness to this mulatto man, biracial man Drake. But he's going to he's not going to gatekeep anything, let the doors wide open for mixed race women. So that's, typical of him and other Bantus like Michael Blackson and Rick Ross, etc. So let's get into this interesting comment that this gentleman put here. So the comment reads, "It's gotten so bad that other races of people are attacking light-skinned men. Give it a few years. If light-skinned men don't stand the F up and retaliate, we'll be just as emasculated as the Asian man, if not more. White men will be seen as more masculine and quote unquote harder than us, and light-skinned men will likely be just as undesired as Indian men. Just the truth." Now, I don't agree with everything that this individual is saying. Okay, I'm not an absolutist, so I don't say all and try to group all in together. But he makes what I agree with mostly. What I wanted to share this with you guys. He says, "Look at this. It's so bad now that these other races of individuals, other ethnic groups and races, they are literally attacking us in our image and teaming up, I might add, with the dark-skinned Bantus. It's so bad now you'll have Hispanic men, Latino men teaming up with the dark-skinned Bantus to attack mulatto men." And this guy's a light-skinned guy, so he sees it even on his end, where even these people who are, mostly black or black identified, but they're lighter skin, they're witnessing this in real time today, where you'll have white guys with dark-skinned guys. They'll team up against the mulattoes and the light. It's so bad today. Like, we're literally forced to get out here on social media and state our case. We have to. I don't have a choice. Like, I'm not going to sit by quietly. My whole position mainly was to basically rebuttal the conspiracy theories that the pro-wax were pushing. That's one of their methods, like I said. And a lot of my videos and live streams, the pro-wax are just the same. They want the mulatto woman, they want the light-skinned women. So whenever they talk about historically mulattoes, they're always going to try to make the men to seem duplicitous. They want to dirty mac us and kind of tarnish our sexual marketplace value. So they have a lot of crafty tricks that they use to basically try to, tarnish our value, make us seem less desirable, make us seem untrustworthy, that we are deficient men. And it's all the same end goal. They want the women, and they look at us as being competition for the women. But we see that a lot of light-skinned men, okay, I'm not trying to be the little victim. That's why I'm hopping up here on social media talking my shit. I'm not a victim. I'm just stating the obvious. I'm one voice, and hopefully other voices will grow. I'm stating the obvious that we see a lot of these other groups joining forces with the Bantus to literally attack us. And it's unfortunate, but we gotta call a spade a spade. Now, the gentleman here puts give it a few years. If light-skinned men don't stand the F up and retaliate, he's saying we'll be just as emasculated as a lot of Asian men are, because we can see the highest number one interracial couples in America is, in fact, Asian women and white men. And there is a lot of that kind of emasculization with a lot of Asian men, we can say with like Far East, East Asian, right? And even South Asian, Indian, because the gentleman here even referenced that as well. He puts at the end of this, men will likely be just as undesired as Indian men. So those are two demographics of men that's often seen as less masculine in the West. Now, I'm just generally speaking. Okay, people can put their comment and disagree respectfully. I'm not trying to, say all or majority. I'm just saying these are common tropes or stereotypes that we see in the society here in America. I'm speaking about, and a lot of people are seeing how there's a concerted effort to position us to be basically, mateless, to mate guard us. Like I said, tarnish our sexual marketplace value because a lot of light skins pander and cape and beg and kiss butt to the Bantus to be a part of their club instead of developing your own club. But when you develop your own club, what do the dark skinned Bantus do? They try to gaslight you and try to shame you by saying, you're trying to create more colorism. You're trying to recreate the brown paper bag test. You're trying to recreate the blue vein society. That's what all the dark-skinned Bantus say to try to shame you. When the dark-skinned Bantus, if they had the influence and power, they would do the same to you. They keep making a dark-skin only club with all the light-skinned women. I mean, that's what they're already doing to you guys. So I don't understand why a lot of these guys accept this position to be cucked and have to apologize. And you got to just be just as bold as them. They want to come out here with the light skin jokes. You got to make your dark skin jokes. I will publicly say that. It's interesting position with when I watched this stream that Forlight did. He talked about it, how Drake did a diss track to Kendrick. Drake never mentioned anything about Kendrick being dark skinned, being a Bantu or his skin color. But you notice these dark skinned Bantu rappers, whenever they want to disrespect Drake or anybody else, the first thing they're going to say is, oh, you a white boy, you light skin. They did that to J. Cole as well. That's what they do. See, they're trying to position this double standard. They're trying to force you guys to think it's acceptable, where they can talk ish about you being light skinned. But if you talk about them being dark skinned, they're going to whine and cry for the next 300 years. Eventually, you guys, my audience, and all the other people listening, you're going to wake up and smell the coffee. Talk to you next time. Adios.